Hi, good morning, all of you. So today we will be starting a new chapter, which is named as pricing decision. So if you will see like entire chapters, all the chapters from your subject are based on costing. But this is the only chapter which is based on pricing. Now the question comes here that why do we need to understand about the pricing? All right, since we are studying about the management accounting, so what is the need of understanding this new subject, which is known as pricing? So if you will see for any organization, every organization, when they do the business are of two types. Either they provide the services or they sell the goods. Organization have these two type of business. Either they provide the services or they sell the good. Now the question is that when the organization is providing the services or the organization is selling the goods, they have to find two things. First, what is the sale price, at what price these services should be provided. For example, if you're a CA, when you will become a chartered accountant and when you will provide your services, so first question will come in your mind, what the price I should charge from my clients? So what should be the price at which I should provide my services? And the second question will come here is what is the cost? Accordingly, you will have the profit or the losses from the project. Accordingly, you have the profit or losses. Similarly, when an organization is selling a good, the organization will have to decide the selling price of the goods and the cost of the goods. Accordingly, the organization will have profit or the organization will have losses. Now, the point is that if you will see these organizations, if you will read first 4 lines, you will see that deciding the sale price, deciding the sale value of the goods or services is not an easy decision. It's not at all an easy decision. Now, okay, it's not an easy decision. So that means we have to consider many factors. Now, see, I want to ask this question, but I don't know how many of you will reply. So when you want to sell your product in the market, my question is that how we decide the selling price? On what basis you sell your good in the market? How you decide the selling price? For example, you have a product and you want to sell it in the market, or you want to provide a new service in the market, or whatever. When you want to provide a services or you want to sell a good in the market, what should be the price? At what price you want to sell it in the market? How you decide the selling price? Do you want to answer? Yes. Do you want to answer how you decide the selling price? Point is that deciding the selling price is not an easy decision. Especially if you will see these days what is happening. Let me tell you what is happening these days. Because we have learned the market have shifted from buyer market, seller market to a buyer market. So seller market and buyer market. What is the difference between seller market and buyer market? So earlier what happened, we have, when we didn't, just before 2015, I think, we don't have so many internet connections, mobile data plan. We don't have all these plans. So if you will see before 2015, people, they sell their goods in their local markets. Like I'm from Delhi, so I'm giving you an example of Delhi. So like in Delhi, we have different type of market, like Sarojini market. You must have heard, even if you are not from Delhi. So Sarojini market, we have Karol Bagh market, Rajouri garden market, Palika market, Palika bazaar. So we have so many markets in Delhi, and people were used to sell their product in these local markets. And some of the seller in these markets have the monopoly. In these respective market, these sellers have their monopoly. So the point is that before this digitalization, before this data revolution, which begins from 2015 when Jio introduces their plan. So before starting with this revolution, there were few sellers in the market, and these sellers had monopoly in the market. They had almost a monopoly in their respective markets. But now what happened? The market has shifted to a buyer market, where entire market has become one market, just because of e-commerce websites. So what is happening here? Instead of these physical markets, now entire world has become one market because of globalization is easy, transportation is easy to transport your goods or services anywhere, and easy to communicate. These days we can use WhatsApp, and there are so many other easy way of communication, transportation, mobile data. Because of all these things, what happened? The market has shifted to one market, e-commerce market. Now people wants to sell their product through e-commerce websites. Every organization, if you will see, if it is a good organization, they must have e-commerce websites. So these days, what is happening? These organizations are selling their goods through e-commerce platform. Now, the point is that when they are selling their goods through e-commerce platform, point is that in these e-commerce platform, this is one market. So, for seller, it is difficult to sell their product. Like if you will see Amazon, in Amazon, there are so many sellers. In Ajio, there are so many brands, so many sellers. So point is that in this market, what is happening? Customer is getting option. I know I'm repeating the same thing. I've explained the same thing in chapter 2. So if you will see here, in this market, customer have option to compare the product. Customer have option to compare the sale price of the product. Customer have option to see the feedback of other customer. So now the customer are very smart. So the point is that in this market, the customer have upper hand. In this market, the seller had upper hand. Whatever seller decide, buyer they follow, right? So if you will see in this market, seller decide the selling price of their product. So whatever the price they decide, they were able to sell their product in the market because the customer didn't have option to compare the sale price of the product. The customer didn't have option to compare the quality of the product. So the point was that in this market, the customer didn't have much options. For that reason, the seller were deciding the selling price. But if you will see the buyer market here, what is happening? Buyer have the upper hand, customer have the upper hand, because now customer can make the comparison through internet. You can just see open, if you want to buy something, just find it in some 2-3 website. You can find the quality of the product, feedback of the customer, selling price of the customer, selling price of the product or services, easy to make comparison. So for customer, it is they have the option to buy the best quality product at the least price. So the point is that you can see here, now the market is opposite. So the market is opposite now. It's a buyer market now. Customer ki market. It's a customer market, and the customer have upper hand in the market. They are deciding the selling price of the product. Now, seller is not deciding the selling price of the product. Now, seller is not deciding the selling price of the product. It's a different market now. So earlier what happened, this is, past traditional method. So in case of traditional market, first these sellers, they decide all the cost, material cost, labor cost, overhead, all the cost of the product. They first decide the cost of the product. Then they decide what profit they want to earn here, what profit they do want to earn here. And accordingly, after considering the cost and the profit, they decide the selling price of the product. So this was a traditional method. They consider the cost, they consider the total cost of the product, then they add the desired profit they want to earn from it, then they get the selling price of the product, right? This was a traditional method, a past method. But now if you will see what is the modern method these days, because the market has shifted to a buyer market. Buyer have the upper hand, customer have the upper hand. So seller have to decide the price accordingly. So now the point is that first they have to decide the selling price. Now selling price means what price the customer is willing to pay. What price they can get from the customer for their services. This is the question now. So what should be the selling price, right? This is the question for the seller. They have to find it at what price they can sell their product in the market. After considering the selling price less, what will you reduce here? You will reduce the desired profit. What profit do you want to earn from this market? Desired profit. This will give you the cost. This is the cost which you have to attain. How will you attain this cost? By business process re-engineering, process innovation, value engineering, value chain analysis. All right, lean management, Six Sigma. So by following all these total productive maintenance, by following all these smart strategies, the organization should work on cost reduction and to achieve the desired cost, right? Target cost, we call it as target cost, right? Point is that if you will see, this is, this is actually, if you can see, it's a problem for a seller, right? Seller is actually facing this problem. Now, seller do not have the upper hand. They cannot decide the selling price of the product, right? Whatever the price is there, whatever the price the customer is willing to pay, the seller have to sell their product at those prices. Market is different now, right? And for that reason, I told you, in this market, deciding the selling price is not an easy decision. What should be the selling price of the product is not an easy decision. It's a very difficult decision in the market, right? To decide at what price we can sell our goods in the market is not at all an easy decision. It's a difficult decision, dear. All right, okay. Now the question comes, oh ma'am, it's a difficult decision? Yes. So ma'am, how should we decide if we want to sell our product in the market? What are the factors that will help us to decide the sale value of the goods? How we can decide the sale price of the goods, right? Especially you can see that we want to survive long term. So ma'am, lambi race ka ghoda banna hai, right? So if we want to survive long term, what price we should decide for the goods or the services? This is the question. All right. Okay, if this is the question, at what price we can sell our good in the market, what will you see? Actually, I want you people to answer me. How will you decide the market? How will you decide that at what price you can sell your product in the market? Yes, do you want to answer? Yes, anybody want to answer? I want you people to answer me. What is going in your head? Can you answer me? How will you decide the selling price now? Demand of the product perceived value. Okay. So Janvi is saying, ma'am, we will decide the selling price depending upon the demand of the product or perceived value. Okay. Smart enough. But point is that before that, what will be the step? Okay. How will you decide the demand of the product in the market? Right? Okay, let's see. See, the point is that your entire market, if you will, you must have studied this in your economics of 11th standard. I'm just revising those things. So if you remember, your entire market is actually classified in these way. Either you will have a perfect competition market. Perfect competition market. Either you will have a perfect competition market or monopolistic market, or you will have oligopoly market, or you have monopoly market. So actually we have these different type of market. All right. So when you want to sell your product in the market, or when you want to provide the services in the market, when you want to provide the services in the market, or when you want to sell the product in the market, you have to first check what type of market exists. What is it? What type of market it is? You know, because if you will see here, the demand is different here in the market, right? And supply is different. So you can see in this market, if you will see, let's start with monopoly market. So monopoly is a market where demand of the product is very high as compared to supply. Say yes or no. As compared to supply, demand of the product is very, very high, right? But the demand comparatively reduce here. Demand will comparatively reduce here, comparatively reduce here, and then here. So what is happening? You can see this is ascending order of the demand. You know? So when we move from perfect competition market to monopoly market, demand of the product increases and the supply of the product decreases. You can see in perfect competition market, there are huge number of supplier is high, supply is high as compared to demand. Huge supply as compared to demand. And monopoly market is opposite. Here what happened? Demand is high as compared to supply. Ulta. Right? For that reason, they have monopoly in the market. So if you will see, when we move from perfect competition market to monopoly market, when we move here, what happened? The demand of the product reduces. The demand of the product is high in monopoly market and the demand is least in perfect competition market. And the supplier is very few in this market and supplier is very high in this market. So supplier reduces when you move from here to here. When you move from here to here, supplier reduces. Sorry, supplier increases. Supply increase, or here demand increases. Demand increases. Okay. So what happened? See, this is a very good point. Janvi wrote that we decide, one of the things which we consider for deciding the selling price is demand and supply rule. So one of the factor to decide the selling price of the goods is what? To consider what is the demand of the product and what is the supply of the product. According to demand and supply, we decide the selling price. So if demand is high, supply is less, selling price you can raise. If demand is less, supply is high. If demand is less, supply is high, selling price we will reduce. So the point is that according to demand and supply rule, we decide the sale price. And for that reason, if you will see, before deciding the selling price, we have to consider in what type of market you are selling the product. What type of market you have decided to sell your product. Accordingly, you will see at what price you can sell your product in that respective market. All right. Is there any question? Is there any question? Do you have doubt here? Is it clear? Write in comment. Please write in comment. Is it clear? Yes. Is there any doubt? No doubt? Okay. So if you will see now, I will consider this topic, theory of pricing, later. Before that, let's consider this topic later. We will consider this later. But before that, let's try to consider these four types of market. What type of market do we have here? Perfect competition market, right? Then we have what type of market we have? Monopoly market. Then what type? See, we have different type of market. Monopolistic market, perfect competition market, oligopoly market. Give me 1 minute. It's not. Yes, I've taken all type of market. So you will see we have different type of market. According to them, we will decide the sale price of the product. So just for your information, I have given an overview that how demand and supply in these markets are different, and accordingly we will see at what price we can sell our product in these market. Now let's do one thing. Let's make a comparison between them. Let's try to understand. But the point is that, see, what I believe, this is something which you have already studied in your basic sessions. Sorry, this is something which you have already studied in your 11th or 12th standard, but since it is in our syllabus, we have to study it again. Okay? So what I'm doing here, let's make a table, let's make a comparison between them. So first we have what? Perfect competition market. Right, this is the first market we have. Then what do we have? Monopolistic market. We have monopolistic market. After that, we have oligopoly market. Let's make the comparison. And then we have monopoly market. So we have these different type of market, and we will see everything here, and then we will decide. All right. Okay, let's talk about first perfect competition market. Let's try to understand this with the help of example. So you will see, like, we have these type of market. Sabji market, what we call sabji mandi market. You know, so where we go to buy fruits and vegetable, it is an example of perfect competition market. All right. Okay. So agriculture market, fruits and vegetable market, or grain market, these are all what example, a very good example of perfect competition market. Then what do we have here? Free software. When you are buying, when you're going to buy free software, it is a good example of perfect competition market. And a street food, when you go and buy the street food, it is again a good example of perfect competition market. So we will see first the examples, then we will study about them. So what is the example here? So they have mentioned you agriculture market. All right. Agriculture market is an example of perfect competition market. Then software, free software market is an example of perfect competition market. Then street food, street food vendors. This is also an example of perfect competition market. Now, what is happening here? They sell homogeneous product. There is free entry. Anyone can enter in this market. Free exit. Anyone can go out of this market, right? So first point, let's understand one by one. So free entry and free exit. Anyone, if you want to start this business, you can start it from today. If you want to leave it, you can leave it in next 10 days. Point is that it is such, in this market, it is so easy to enter in this market and to move out of this market. So free entry and free exit market. So it's a market where you can freely enter and freely move out of it. Everyone are selling the same product in this market. You can see the example, fruits and vegetable. Aloo le lo, aloo, pyaj le lo, pyaj, 10 rupees. So point is that everyone is just selling the same product. Hai na? If you will go to a sabji mandi, agriculture market, they're all selling banana le lo, apple le lo, lychee le lo, kela le lo, right? Point is that they are selling the same product. Everyone is selling the same product. So what is happening here? The product, what kind of product they are selling? They're homogeneous or the same product, you can say. I will say they sell same product actually. Not even similar. I'm saying same. Homogeneous means still, you know, there is some variation. But what I can see in perfect competition market, almost the same product. Everyone is selling the same product. All right. Okay. Then what is the next? If you will see in this market, demand and supply force operate freely. Demand supply force operates freely, and the organization are not price decider. They are not the price decider. This is the worst thing here. You cannot decide the price to sell your product. So what will happen in this market? You are not the price decider. You are a price taker in this market. So third point is that you are price taker. not a price decider. So the price at which, the selling price at which the other competitor are selling their product, you can sell your product only at those price. The price at which other seller are selling their product, you can sell your product only at those prices. So the point is that you are a price taker, right? You're not a price decider. All right. Okay. Next is what? Demand and supply is free. Okay. Large number of supplier. Number of supplier are very high. Large number of suppliers, seller and buyer. They sell the homogeneous product. Product are almost identical. The process of production is almost identical, right? Perfect. This market allow free entry and exit, and all of them have perfect information. In this market, the customer have perfect information. Hannah? Customer have perfect information. The customer have perfect information about the market. All right. Okay. Then there is no restriction of the government. No government restriction. Right? No government restriction. Government generally do not regulate this market unless there is some exception. Like you can see recently what happened, the tomato price shoot up very high. You can see an example. So recently in market, tomato was around 200 rupees per kg. You can see it is unexpected price, right? So the point is that until there is any exceptional cases, government never intervene. So during the time when tomato was so high, government intervene and regulate the price of the tomato, right? So unless there is requirement, government never intervene in this market. It never intervene. All right. So no restriction of the government. They sell the homogeneous product, and they are actually, this is the most important point, they are the price taker. On the basis of which the other competitor are selling their product, they have to sell the product in the same price. They're not the price decider, they are the price taker. All right. Okay. Any other important point? No. All right. So this is what we have. Perfect competition market. This is an example of perfect competition market. All right. Okay. Now the point is that, okay, if ma'am, this is perfect competition market, then let's talk about the other market. Ma'am, what is monopoly market? So let me give you an example of monopoly market, like Indian Railway. They have monopoly in India, right? Indian Railway have monopoly in India. What else? Metro, like Delhi Metro, they have monopoly. Point is that these are example of monopoly market. Now, what is happening? There is not free entry. Not everyone can enter this market, and generally it requires huge capital investment. This type of market generally require huge capital investment. No free entry, no free exit. No free entry, no free exit. Okay. They were price taker. Whatever the price at which the other competitor are selling their product, they can sell their product at the same price. Whatever the price at which the other people are selling their product, they can sell their product at the same price. So the point was that they were price taker, and here they are price decider. Monopoly, when you have monopoly, you can sell your product at any price. Let me give you an example. Initially, not now. Okay. Initially, Jio had monopoly. Not now. Now Jio doesn't have monopoly. But initially, Jio had monopoly in Indian market. Okay. So you can remember when in 2015, Jio was first introduced, they had monopoly, right? Jio was first introduced, they had monopoly in the market. And how they sold their product, you remember? Do you remember? Initially, the price of the Jio product was very less. I remember rupees 90 for 3 months. Itna sasta. Rupees 90 for 3 months. This was the price they were charging for the mobile data. Calling free, message free. They were only charging for the mobile data connection. That was 90 rupees for 3 months. This was something they were charging initially. But in these 5 year, more than 5 year now, 7 year, you can see they have increased their price. So in 7 years, what is happening? You can see what I know that I end up paying how much? I don't exactly remember. I think 450 or 450 for how many days? 80 days, 82 days. This is the price now they are charging. Now what they are charging? Rupees 450 for 82 days. So what is happening here? They are the price decider. When they have the monopoly, they are deciding the price at which they can sell their product. It is their way. So like, for example, let me give you some more example. Like initially, not now, initially, Apple phone. They had monopoly in the market. Apple phone had monopoly. So what happened? You can see initially they were selling the product at a very high price. Apple 50,000 ka phone, yaar, 80,000 ka phone. Initially the phone was very expensive, right? High price. Phone price was very high, 80,000. Then what happened? They gradually reduces the sale prices. Yeah. Then after some time, the same phone you can buy for 20,000, 30,000. So gradually initially they increases the price and then gradually they reduces. So actually, if you will see, Jio is an example of what? Market penetration technique. I told you this is something we have already discussed. Market penetration technique. And if you will see, Apple is an example of skimming pricing strategy. Skimming means initially the price is high and gradually you reduces. Skimming pricing. Price matlab sale price. Skimming, selling price. So initially they decide their selling price is very high and gradually they reduces the sale price of their product. And if you will see Jio ka example, so Jio is a very good example of market penetration. Selling price initially, the selling price was very low and gradually they have increased the selling price. Opposite. So actually these are two different strategies and the two different way to decide the selling price because they are the price decider. If you have monopoly, you can decide the sale price. So initially you can say Jio initially selling price was less. Later, they increase. Right? And if you will see in skimming pricing strategy like Apple iPhone, let me give the example also. iPhone, all right. So for that, initially, selling price was high, then later they reduces. Later they reduces. देखो बिल्कुल opposite strategy. Initially the selling price was less in case of market penetration technique and then later they decreases. While if you will see skimming, initially the selling price was high and then later, initially the selling price is less and then later they increases in case of market penetration. Opposite. In skimming, selling price was high, then later they reduces it. And there is actually a strategy. See, in market penetration, their aim is to capture the market. Capture the market. This was their aim. And in skimming pricing strategy, they want to recover the initial expenses. You know, Apple, they incur huge expenses on research and development so that they can give the innovative product to the market. So initially they are incurring huge expenses on research and development, which they later on they want to recover from the customer. So to recover all those research and development costs, they sell their product initially very expensive. And then later on, they reduces the price when they have already recovered all the research and development related cost. This is what? This is skimming pricing strategy, right? So market penetration technique and skimming pricing strategies. We have these two strategies. All right, these are what? Selling price. How you can decide the selling price of the product when you are introducing a product in the market. How you decide the selling price. All right, you can see, actually, you can see how complicated it is. First, you have to understand in what type of market you are selling your product. If it is a perfect competition market, like if I'll say all e-commerce website is an example of perfect competition market. E-commerce website is an example of perfect competition market, and monopoly market is an example of a monopoly market, like Jio, Apple, Indian Railway, Metro. They are all example of monopoly market. So the point is that you can see if the market is different, the way we decide the sale price will be different. Okay, so let's see what we have about monopoly market. So what is happening here? You are the price maker. You can see it is written here. Price maker. There is entry barrier. Not everyone can enter in this market. In this market, there is an entry barrier. For it is not easy for everyone to enter in this market. There is entry barrier in this market. No free entry, no free exit. Entry barrier. So how this entry barrier can be created? Maybe government की वजह से. Government की वजह से. Why government? Government is saying first you must have license, then you can work in this market. Otherwise, you can't work in this market. If you have license, then only you can work in this market. Otherwise, you can't work in this you cannot work in this market. So obviously, it is creating a restriction. Huge capital investment. Huge capital investment. So you can see initially Jio had created monopoly in the market. Why? You remember very long optical fiber line. So Jio have spread a very long optical fiber line that was around 2,80,000 crore, very expensive, huge investment they have done. किसी और की, let me use a very bad word here, किसी और की औकात भी नहीं थी उस टाइम पे कि इतनी ह्यूज इन्वेस्टमेंट कर सके. नॉट इवन आइडिया, नॉट इवन वोडा, नॉट इवन एयरटेल, कोई नहीं, right? They have done such a huge investment, and just because of that they created an innovation and a distinction in their services. मतलब the services they have provided वो कोई नहीं provide कर पा रहा था, right? So for that reason you can say they have created monopoly by doing huge investment in the market. They have created the monopoly. अब कोई और कर ही नहीं पा रहा था huge investment, and for that reason you can see in that time many telecommunication company, they move out of the industry, right? They sell their business. Like Reliance was one of the Reliance Communication, Tata Docomo, and MTNL, BSNL, and many other, right? They leave the market because the market was very unprofitable for them, loss-making market. All right. So this gradually start leaving the market because it required huge capital investment. All right. Okay. Next. So it required huge capital investment. All right. Okay. What else? You are providing such unique product or services. Right. So these are some conditions which create the monopoly in the market. No close substitute. Your product is very unique and there is no close substitute of your product, then only you can create monopoly. So you can see here they have given you some condition which can help the company for creating the monopoly. Legal prohibition. Law is prohibiting other people to enter in that market, right? Legal prohibition. When there is legal prohibition. So when there is legal prohibition, when there is a requirement of license or patent, or if there is any copyright or trademark, or government policy is restricting the other people to enter in the market, or control of the sources of supply by the firm, then it will create a monopoly market. Not everyone can enter into this market, right? It will create monopoly market, right? You can see like Indian Railway, and they decide the price every year during the budget. Indian Railway decide the price at which they want to sell their product in the market. है ना? So you can see this is a market where there are large number of buyer. मतलब large number of buyer मतलब demand is very high. Everyone, you can see Indian Railway, it is full of passenger, right? So demand is very high here, है ना? Geo, they have very high demand. Everyone wants to have at least one SIM card of Geo. So the demand is very high. Single seller, one seller. Oh my God. One seller, like Indian Railway, one seller, right? One seller and huge demand. So many customers are present in the market. Then what will happen? They will manage to create monopoly in the market. All right. So what else is written here? So what is written here? Single seller, large number of buyer, restriction to entry. Not everyone can enter into this market. There is no close substitute. Your product or services very unique, right? And firm is the organization is price decider, right? They decide the selling price depending upon their own strategies. So this is what monopoly market, right? What is it? Monopoly market. All right. Okay. So again, if you will see this image, it is mentioned here, no competition. You're the only person who's selling the product, one seller, just one supplier, no competition at all, right? And you are deciding the price, controlling the price actually. All right. And it's very hard to enter in this market. Not everyone. So entry is very difficult. In this market, it is very difficult to enter this market, right? This market, very difficult to enter this market, right? Monopoly market. All right. What else do we have here? Price discrimination is possible under monopoly market? Yes, it is possible. What is price discrimination? Selling price discrimination? So let's understand what is the price discrimination, right? Though for price discrimination, we need these points, but let's first try to understand what is price discrimination. So the point is that morning your charges is different and evening charges is different. Or for the same product in Delhi, you are charging different amount, and in some other place like Punjab or Haryana or Kerala or Karnataka, in some other place you are charging some other price, Karnataka. Point is that in different places, on the basis of time or on the basis of places, you can charge your product price differently. So that will be what? That will be an example of price discrimination. Possible for you to discriminate, change the price of your product is what? Price discrimination here. All right. This will be price discrimination. All right. Now the question comes, under what circumstances it is possible to discriminate the price? Price discrimination. Let me give an example here first. Okay. You must have seen when you want to recharge your mobile phone, Jio. Let me give you an example of Jio. So you will see Jio ka plan. 1 day plan is different price. And 30-day plan have different price. 30-day plan. Okay. 30-day plan will have different price. 50 days plan have different price. 80 days plan have different price. Point is that according to number of usage date, the pricing is different. है ना? So according to, like for example, if you want to take a room in a 5-star hotel, same brand, right? So like we can consider ITC hotel, okay, an example, right? ITC hotel, you want to book a room for here for office meeting, for example. So what will happen, you will see in Delhi the price will be very high. In metropolitan city, the price will be very high. If you will have a 5-star ITC hotel in small places, you will see the price of the room will be very less. According to place, they are charging the price. According to paying capacity of the people, or maybe according to demand of those product in that specific area, they're charging the price. Right? So this is a very good example of creating price discrimination. And you can see most of the organization, they try to do this if they have the monopoly and if it is possible for them to create price discrimination. Ameeron se zyada paise charge karna, and those middle class, from the middle class, they want to charge less price. Possible, right? Creating a price differentiation. From some category of people, they want to charge high. From some category of people, they want to charge less. So price discrimination is possible. Acha. What are the conditions for which you have to check before deciding the control over the price? So what is mentioned here? Full control over the supply. When you have full control over the supply, obviously when you have monopoly in the market, it means to say. Division of market, where it is possible to create a segment in the market. Division of market is possible. Dividing the market. It is possible for you to divide the market. Then it is possible. Different price elasticity under different market. You know that under different type of market, demand and supply is different. Right? So demand supply should be different. Then only it is possible to create price discrimination. And resale is not possible. So where it is not possible for the customer to buy it and to sell it again in the market, resell is not possible, then it is possible for you to create price discrimination. Right? These are the circumstances where it is possible to create price discrimination. All right, I hope it is all clear. Price discrimination. This was an example of monopoly market. Price decider. They are all price decider. Acha. Now let's talk about oligo market. Before monopolistic, I want to talk about oligopoly market. Let's talk about oligopoly market first. Oligopoly market. This is an example of oligopoly market. What is it, ma'am? What type of market this is? So if you will see, this is a market where what is happening in this market, few big player in the market. You will see there are few big player in the market. What is it? In this market, oligopoly market, few big player. Few big player. है ना? यहाँ पे क्या था? In case of monopoly market, only one supplier. Right? In this oligopoly market, few big player. In case of perfect competition market, large number of suppliers. Large number of buyer and supplier, right? Okay. तो इसका मतलब, now see, I told you initially Jio had a monopoly, but not now. If you will see now in this market, Jio, Airtel, now they have equal competition in the market of telecommunication. So Jio and Airtel is a good example of oligopoly market. Or if you will see in Coca-Cola market, in this cold drink market, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, right? There's few large player in the market, right? So oligopoly market means where there are few large players. ठीक है. So other people have acquired a very small market, but just few people have acquired the large market. You can see other have acquired 25%, right? But here what is happening? Few large player in the market. So oligopoly market means a market where there are few large player in the market. Few large player in the market is oligopoly market. ठीक है. तो देखो यहाँ पे it is written that few markets are producing these product or services, homogeneous or identical product. And what is happening here? They have given you an example, like if you will check the market, Kraft, Pepsi, Nestle, they are what? They have created oligopoly market. ठीक है. Now what is happening here? Pricing decision. Let's talk about their pricing decision. ठीक है. Let's talk about pricing decision. So you will see here two type of pricing decision. Pricing strategy, they have pricing strategy of two type. So one pricing strategy is what? Price war. Reduce your price in such a way that you will sell your product or services in the market at the least price. So first is what? Pricing strategy. Matlab where you are fighting for price war. And the second one is what? Do not fight for the price. Make a group. Collusion, it is known as collusion. So instead of price war, make a group, which is also known as collusion. Right? That means make a group. Make a group. And after making a group, you decide the selling price of your product. Right? No competition, no price war. But make your strategy in such a way that you can sell your product in the market. Okay? So two type of selling price, two type of way of deciding the selling price. In this market, the company have two way to decide the selling price. One is what? Non-pricing strategy, no war, no price war. You can see price war will lead to destruction. There is no price war. Okay. So what will happen? They will try to give best benefit to the customer to sell their product, like buy one free after sale services. We provide very good after sale services. Or brand name ki wajah se you are creating you are selling your product, or the packaging is very good because of the sale is good. You are providing the special features because of which the sale is good, right? Late night product services, like in Delhi, what I have seen, Domino's. You can buy Domino's up to 3 a.m. morning, up to 3 a.m. If you're working at night, just order Domino's pizza at night. Point is that late night delivery, just because of late night delivery, you have created monopoly. Hai. So by advertisement, marketing strategy, advertisement of dairy milk was very good, right? So maybe your advertisement is so good. Personal selling, same day delivery. Buy it and get it in the same day, right? Point is that if few big seller in the market, if in this market they have the few big seller, and these few big seller wants to increase their sale. So to increase the sale, do not do what? Price war. So first is what? They make a group, they make the collusion, and they have decided, yaar, hum price war nahi karenge. We will not do the price war. Have you seen rickshaw wala? I've seen many times all auto rickshaw walas, they create a group and they never do the pricing. Ek ne bol diya jo price fix, everyone will say the same price. What? They have make the group so that kisi ko loss na ho, right? So here they want to increase the sale, but not by reducing the price. Okay, but by providing good services, or late night services, same day delivery, or some other benefits. So they are creating the differentiation by providing some benefits, not by reducing the price. Okay. So this is what? Non-price war. Acha. What is price war? So you can see initially Let me give you an example. Initially, when Jio had introduces their product in the market, आपको पता है क्या हुआ था? देखो कितनी इन्वेस्टमेंट करी है पहले तो 2.5 lakh crore investment. Can you imagine? For that reason, I told you before Jio in the market, you can see big player like Idea. Idea was a big company. India. Voda was a very big company. They were all international companies, right? Airtel, Indian company, right? So the point was that these were big player. Initially, Jio had done such a huge investment, 2.5 lakh crore, huge investment. And in this market, in telecommunication market, these are all already a established big brand name. People will have either the connection of Idea or Voda or Airtel. These were all the connection people were having in this market. Now the point is that a market where people have already a mobile phone and already have a data SIM, how to encourage these people to change their numbers or data connection? So they have provided everything for free. I remember initially they offered it for 90 days completely free. और जैसे जंगल में आग नहीं फैलती है, so the same way this news spread all across India. They have not done any marketing, not any television advertisement that we are providing free mobile data plan. No, they have not done anything like this. Just free. Mobile data free. And it was such a new thing for the people in India. It spread like fire in war, in jungle, right? That news spread just like fire in jungle, right? And what happened? Everyone, they at least tried once this mobile data connection. What is it? How to use internet, 4G connections, right? So when these companies, they observed it, they found it as a threat. Agar they are not charging anything for the call, they were not charging anything from their services, they were not charging anything for call, they were not charging anything for the messages, while these Idea, Voda, Airtel, they were all charging for the calls, they were all charging for the message, right? उनके पास mobile data नाम का कुछ चीज ही नहीं था, 4G कुछ था नहीं, right? And Jio have introduces the 4G, no calling money, no price for calling, no price for messaging, just pay us money for the mobile data connection. Market में completely new product. Now the point was that it become a threat. Free, provide something for free is known as predatory pricing. Predatory selling price. Now what is this predatory selling price? You are selling your product in the market in such a way, at such a price. Intention is what? Your intention is to kill all the competitor in the market. Actually, it was a predatory pricing strategy of Jio company. What was the intention? If Jio product will become famous in the Indian market, see, the point was that such a huge investment was not possible for these companies, right? 2.5 lakh crore, such a huge investment, that too in this time span, right, was not possible for Idea, Voda, Airtel, right? These were the big brand name, by the way. So it was not possible for them. This was the first advantage for the Jio. Second was that they were all providing it for free to capture the entire market penetration. Now, what happened? These three companies, they immediately filed a case in Supreme Court. Let's see, they are doing predatory pricing. By the way, predatory pricing is illegal in a country. Predatory pricing is illegal in any country. ठीक है, predatory pricing नहीं कर सकते आप. What is it? Intention is that you are selling your product in loss. See, loss leading strategy. What is it? Predatory pricing is also known as loss leading strategy. खुद को लॉस हो रहा है. देखो अभी जब ये फ्री में सेल कर रही है 90 डेज के लिए, तो इसको तो लॉस हो रहा है ना. They have already done such a huge investment and they are having the losses, right? They are providing everything for free. So initially, उनको तो लॉस हो रहा है जियो को, right? So you are selling your product at such a price that you are incurring losses, and you're not allowing your competitor to have the profit. Your intention is what? To remove the competitor from the market. You have decided such selling price that your intention is to remove all the competitor from the market is predatory pricing, or it is also known as loss leading strategy. So if you will see here, this geo have followed loss leading strategies. This is also known as loss leading strategy, where you are selling your product at a price very less than even the variable cost. And you are not even recovering the variable cost free. This is known as loss leading strategy. What was the intention? Why they have introduced it as loss leading strategy? Their intention was to remove the competitor from the market. All right. Intention was to remove the competitor from the market. So you can see we have learned about oligopoly market. Okay. Abhi dekho, what we have learned in oligopoly market, there are few big players. They have the two options: either make a group and fix the selling price, no price war. Okay. And second one is that loss leading strategy or predatory pricing or loss leading strategy. Now, what is happening here? Loss leading strategy means where the selling price is either free or selling price is less than variable cost. Intention is what? To kill the competitor. Right? Intention is to what? To kill the competitor, and this happen actually. Though they go in Voda, Idea, Airtel, they have filed a case in Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said yes, it is loss leading strategy, it is predatory pricing, it is illegal, you cannot do this. So immediately after that order of Supreme Court, Reliance, they have increased the price of their mobile data plan. तो बहुत थोड़ा बढ़ाया, but they have increased it 90 rupees for 30 days. Their intention, you can see how smartly they played in the market. Intention was कि सबको स्वाद चिखा दो, right? My father once told me a story of England. So this is a very interesting story. My father told me that British government in India, people, they don't like tea. Tea was not famous in India. Okay? We people were not fond of tea in India. So my father, he told me that these British people, they have ruled us for 200 years. So initially, they grow this tea in our country, and they they sell it at very less price to all Indians, and gradually develop the taste. Tea, it's a kind of addiction. Some people who drink tea many times in a day. Okay? So the point is that, first provide them for free, then charge huge amount from them, right? This is a strategy, smart, playing very smartly, right? And then they with the help of this, it all started with West Bengal, by the way, and West Bengal is a hub for Darjeeling, and it's a hub for tea farming and all, right? So the point is that very smartly they played, very smartly, right? First provide them free mobile data. पहले लोगों को बताओ कि क्या चीज है 4G, right? What is this 4G plan and what is this mobile data, how beneficial it is. First give them free. Now you can see they are charging so much, right? They have increased the price of the mobile data so much, right? So it's like an addiction. Now we are used to, we cannot think our life without mobile data, without internet. All right, no problem. But the point is that here, oligopoly, how they decide the selling price in oligopoly, right? They have the two options. Either they can fix the price by curtail, or what will happen? They will decide the price on the basis of competition in the market. All right. So in this way, we will have a oligopoly market example. All right. Now, after this, what do we have? So you can see we have these points here. Let's quickly do these points. Okay, it's all over. Yes, done. Okay, give me 1 minute, huh? Okay, now let's come to monopolistic market. What is it? This market is quite similar to perfect competition market. It is quite similar to perfect competition market. Let me give you an example, like saloon is an example of monopolistic market. All right. So the example is what? Saloon, right? These are the example. Let me show you. So here dressing or saloon is an example of monopolistic market. Dry cleaner, laundries are example of perfect competition market. Sorry, monopolistic market. Sandwich bar, coffee shops, right? Coffee outlets, bar and nightclubs are example of monopolistic market. So these are all example of monopolistic market. What type of market it is? Free entry, free exit, just like perfect competition market. Some control. They don't have, the control just like monopoly market. Some control over the market. Okay. Product variation is possible. Product is different, not the same, exactly same like in perfect competition market, but large number of supplier, large number of buyer, right? Okay. So you can see free entry and free exit, large number of seller, large number of buyer. Product differentiation is pricing, no price competition. There is no competition, no price competition. Imperfect mobility, every firm is price maker and price taker. Okay, so they are price maker or price taker of their own product. Because there is minor difference between the product, take a minor difference. So they are price maker and price taker of their own product. Right? All right. Okay. Ab dekho, these are the different type of market. If you have any doubt, please ask me quickly. Do you have any doubt here, ma'am? Okay. Huh. Yes, Janvi. See, Janvi. Airtel, see, Jio and Airtel is not a monopoly market. I told you, initially they had a monopoly market, but now it is not a monopoly market. It is now oligopoly market. है ना? Why? Because I told you, if you remember product life cycle, let me give an example. So the point is that if you remember product life cycle, I teach you a product life cycle. So if you forgot, let me revise it quickly. So in case of product life cycle, you must have learned that product passes through different stages. First is introduction, growth, maturity, and death stage. So in this way, they have the different markets. So you must have learned in introduction stage, the market have monopoly. है ना? And gradually, when the product will become popular in the market, the competition will start begin. So gradually from monopoly, that market will reach to oligopoly market, then it will reach to monopolistic market, and then perfect competition market. है ना? So since the gradually in the market, the competition will increase. So Jio initially do not have the competition in the market. It was unique. Now from Jio, it has reached to oligopoly. Why oligopoly? Because now in the market, both Jio and Airtel, these are strong competitor. Right? In the market, these two are the strong competitor now. So now you can say, yes, now it reached to oligopoly market. Maybe if some other competitor will enter, देखो future में कुछ भी हो सकता है. Initially अभी only Jio and Airtel exist in the market. Maybe in future some other organization they want to enter in this telecommunication market. It is possible, right? So maybe this market will become monopolistic market, right? So the point is that initially it was monopoly market. So I when I was explaining the topic, I told you initially it was this type of market. Initially Apple had monopoly market. Now it is not a monopoly market. So for that reason, I told you, I used a word initially. Initially it was this type of market, but yes, now Jio and Airtel is not a monopoly market, it is oligopoly market. So now you can give the example of Jio and Airtel here in oligopoly market. I hope it is clear. This was initial market because product life cycle, initially you don't have the competitor. So you have the monopoly. Okay. Okay. Clear, Janvi? Please write in comment. I just want to know that it's clear or not. Yes, Janvi, please write in comment quickly. Is it clear? So in this way, the organization have different type of market. Based on different type of market, they decide the selling price of the goods. All right. Okay. Now, if you will see, we have a question here. First point is what? This. What is it? Profit maximization model. Right. So if you will see here, the profit of the company will be maximum in perfect competition market when the marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. The profit will be maximum when this condition will be satisfied. Now, I don't have any explanation for this. You must have studied this in your economics. What do you have to do here? Just learn it. Okay? When marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost, the profit is maximum, and at that, the selling price will be decided by considering this formula. Where price is the selling price of the product, Q is the quantity demanded in the market, A is what the price when the demand is zero, A is the price when the demand of the product is zero, B is the slope of demand curve. B is what? It's a demand curve. Demand curve matlab change in price to change in quantity. So when you're changing the quantity, what is the change in price? When you consider this relationship, it will give you the slope of demand curve. All right. So the point is that we will have a question on this. Okay, we will do it after the break. Let me take a break. So we will do one example on this topic. You can see we have this example here. We will solve it and we have more questions. So we will do it in next session. In today's session, let's cover the concept first so that we can spend more time on numerical in next session. Okay, but before that, let's take a break. So hi, welcome back. So let's start the remaining topic. So as we have just discussed that deciding the price of the product is not an easy decision. So first, what we have to discuss, first we have to check in what type of market we are entering. है ना? What type of market we are entering, and accordingly, the type of market will have different demand and supply. So accordingly, based on the demand and supply of the product in the market, we will decide the sale price of the product. According to that, we will decide the sale price of the product. Now we have some more points that we will consider for deciding the sale price of the product, right? Okay, so you can see here we have some different methods that we will consider while deciding the selling price of the product, right? Principles of product pricing. All right, we're studying about principle of product pricing. What principle we will follow while deciding the selling price of the product. All right. Okay, one by one, let's consider price customization. How we can customize the pricing. See, we have different points here. Price sensitivity, we will study about the price sensitivity, and we will study about the price customization. Now, customization means according to the requirement, you are customizing or making the price for the customer. So price, let's first consider the price customization. So what will happen? Price of a product. So what is happening here in this case, price of the product is sometime customized. We are customizing it, right? That means we don't have any fixed price for the product or services. Depending upon so depending upon what product we are selling or what services we are providing, we customize the price for the product or services for the customer. All right, so depending upon the taste, preference, perceived value, we customize the price for the product. Now we have some example. I don't know whether you have done this or not, but these days I know people are using laptop and all, but I remember 10 year back, 8 year or 10 year back, I remember we people had instead of laptop, people were using computer, personal computer, PC, right? People were using computer. Now for the computer, they have the option to assemble the computers, right? So according to your requirement, what GB, what RAM, whatever you required, you can assemble your own computer as per your own requirement, graphic card and all. As per your requirement, you can assemble the computers. All right. Now the point is that according to the assembly, the cost will vary, and accordingly the price of the product will vary. Similarly, if you will see, if you want to buy a phone these days, you can see you can have buy a phone of 6 GB, 32 GB, 128 GB of different memories, different RAM, right? So different features. So according to this, they charge the price for the product. So this will be of less price. Maybe this type of phone will be available in the market for 5,000 only, and this type of product will be available for 10,000, and a product of 128 GB, maybe it will be around 20,000. Point is that according to the memory inside the phone, according to the RAM, the speed of the laptop or the phone, depend upon them, what will happen, you can charge the price from the customer. The company is charging the price from the customer. So this is what customization. All right. So based on the requirement of the customer, they prepare the product, and accordingly they charge the price from the customer. For some customer, this is enough, right? 6 GB is enough. For some customer, even 128 GB is not enough, right? So depending upon the requirement of the customer, they assemble the product and they sell it at different prices for the customers. All right. Okay. So we have this example. Based on product line, they decide the price of the product. All right. Okay. Next is what? Based on customer past behavior. Okay. Now what is it? If the customer is very regular in their payment, right? No default in payment, right? For example, Akash is one of your customer, And you know, this Akash is a person who always make the payment on time. You don't even have to make a delicacy call that, see, your payment is due, please pay us within this time, blah, blah. You don't even need to do this. You know, this customer is very punctual and he will always deliver the product on time. So what will happen here? You may offer discount to such customer. Sir, on selling price, we want to offer you 10% discount. So what will happen here? This is what price, this is one of the example of price customization. Customization matlab, you are not charging the fixed price to all. Price is not fixed to all. Based on certain criteria, you are charging different price from different customer for different product or different services. So here what is happening, depending upon the behavior of the customer, if the customer is good with the payment, what will happen? You will obviously offer him more discount. Why do you want to offer this discount? To retain such customer. You know, we want to retain good people in the organization. We want to retain the good customer. One happy customer will bring you more customer. One satisfied customer will bring you more customer. So the point is that it is very important to retain these customers in the business. Retain them. All right. So this is one of the strategy here for price customization. Next is what? So based on demographic, you can charge the price. Demographic means for children, you are charging some other price. For youth, you're charging some other price, right? Let me give an example here. You know, in Indian Railway, I know about the railway and I know about airways also, right? I have seen this recently in airways companies also. In railway, let me first give you an example of a railway. So in case of railway, they charge different amount for children for the tickets. So below 14, I think the tickets is free. Then 14 to adult, the price is different, right? And for the old, the price is different. Adult and old. For the different age people, they charge different price. Railway charge different price for their tickets for different age people. Similarly, what I have observed in airlines, old people and military, for the people, those who are from defense, army, air force, navy, for them, they charge less amount. They give them discount, right? So the point is that charging different price according to demographic, based on the gender or age structure, right? Or based on the income distribution, or based on the occupation. Just like I gave you an example, for military people, they charge less price, right? They want to give them offers and discounts, right? So based on the occupation or the social class or the education, you are charging different price. This will also come under price customization. Based on the demographic, different pricing may be adopted based on the age, social status. Like we have an example of a railway. Okay. So railway provide concession for whom? Senior citizen, right? Military person, right? Or even handicapped person, those who are handicapped, right? For them, they charge different prices, right? This is an example. Okay. Next is what? Based on time, they charge the different prices. So if you will see, I have taken a very good example here. So this is a plan of Geo. I hope if you have Geo plan, you must have observed this in Geo cases. What is it? Ab dekho, for the timing, they charge different. And just give me 1 minute. For the timing, they charge different, right? So if you will see here, for 84 days, the price is this much GB. For 24 days, the price is this. For 56 days, the price is this. For 28 days, the price is this. And depending upon what GB they are offering. So what is this example? You can see for 1.5 GB in 1 day, the price is this. For 1.5 GB and the day, the price is this. So in this way, you can see this is an example of time differential. for different time period, the payment is different. For different time period, they're charging the amount different amount. They're charging different amount. For different time, they are charging different amount. All right. So this is what, based on time differential, they're charging different amount. All right. Okay. So in this way, they can charge, they can do the price customization. All right. So first, based on assembly of the product. Second was based on the behavior of the customer. And the third one was based on the demographic. And the fourth one was based on the time. You can charge different prices. You can do the price customization. All right. Okay. Now the next one is what? Price sensitivity. Now, what is price sensitivity? If you increase the price, what generally happen? When we increase the selling price of the product, demand decreases. This happened, right? Or if we decrease the selling price of the product, demand increases. This happened, right? So this is what price sensitivity. How sensitive the product is with the change in price. If you change the price of the product, how the demand changes, right? If you change the price of the product, how the demand of the product will change. This is what price sensitivity, right? Price sensitivity. Now let's try to understand the points we have here. So the first point is what, dear? The first point is related to unique value effect. The product or services you are providing is very unique. And no one in the market is providing those services. Initially, when Jio introduces the product, Apple introduces the product was unique. Not now. Initially. Not now. Now they have the competitor and they have all the substitute product, similar product in the market. Not now, but initially. So when your product is giving some very unique thing to the customer, very unique product, very unique services. So what will happen when the product and services are unique in the market, right? So what will happen? You will decide the price and demand will be high. Demand will be high. So unique value effect, the more unique the product or services, the lower the price sensitivity. Lower the price sensitivity. Lower the price sensitivity means it is not very sensitive toward the price. So doesn't matter you increase the price or you decrease the price, it will have no effect on the demand. It will not change the demand, right? It will not change the demand. It will not change this, right? If you increase the price or if you decrease the price, it has no effect on the price, on the demand. No effect on demand. Demand will not change. Okay. So this is what price sensitivity. Unique value effect or price sensitivity. Like Delhi Metro. I remember initially when I traveled through Delhi Metro, their minimum price was just ₹9, I think. 6 or 9. Now it has increased to 20 rupees. But even if the metro have increased their prices so much in Delhi, let me talk about this. So in Delhi, though they have increased the price, but still people, they travel through metro. It is convenient. It takes less time to travel. All right. So people still prefer to travel through metro. All right. So the point is that unique value. Is it providing some unique value? Yes, then it is not very price sensitive. Even if you increase or decrease the price, people will use it. All right. Okay. Next. Substitute awareness. When people know that substitute exists, like McDonald's ka substitute is Burger King. So when people know that the substitute exists in the market, substitute awareness, people have the awareness of the substitute product. What will happen if the buyer are aware of the substitutes and these perform the same function, then the buyer price sensitivity will be very high, है ना? Because if McDonald will increase the price, people know that burger is there. So people will start Burger King and they will start buying Burger King. So when the price will increase here, what will happen? Demand for this product will decrease and the demand for this product will increase. So the point is that what is mentioned, if people know about the substitute product, it increases the price sensitivity. Price sensitivity will be high. If people know about the substitute product, price sensitivity will be high. All right, this is the point. Okay, next. Difficult comparison. What is mentioned here, price sensitivity will be low if buyer have difficulty in making comparison of two alternatives. Difficult to make comparison. तो क्या होगा? Price sensitivity will be less. ठीक है? So when the product is same, exactly same, like cement, white cement, all same, right? So when people know it is all same, what will happen? It will be very highly sensitive, right? If you reduce the price of this, demand of this will increase. Okay. So when it is easy for the people to make the comparison, right? Then what will happen? It will be high sensitive. When comparison is easy, it will be high sensitive. So when comparison is easy, it will be highly price sensitive. When comparison is difficult, what will happen? Low price sensitivity. Right? It will be low price sensitive. Okay, next. If the expense on the product represent low proportion of consumer income, very low proportion, the product is very sasta, बहुत ही सस्ता, right? Then it will not be very price sensitive. People will still buy. अब देखो, for example, threading needle, एक छोटी सी सुई कितने की आती है? Not even ₹1. So if the price of this needle will increase, it will not affect the consumer demand. Not at all price. They are not price sensitive. If the salt price increase, it is not price sensitive. Point is that people are spending very low proportion of their income. If there is any such product where people are spending very low proportion of their income, it will be very less price sensitive. It will be very less price sensitive. It will not be very high price sensitive. All right. Okay. Next is what? End benefit. What is the end benefit? If the end benefit is there, okay? Like if you will talk about medicine, you know that medicine are very important, right? So when there is end benefit, what will happen? It will be highly priced. It will not be highly price sensitive. So अब देखो life saving drugs, ठीक है? Obviously it is important, right? People will not see what is the price, है ना? For these drugs, है ना? Medicine. By the way, okay, so the point is that it will be very less price sensitive. Doesn't matter if the price will increase or decrease, it is not affecting the demand. It will not affecting the demand. So price increase or decrease in price will not affect the demand. Demand will not change. So price, it is not price sensitive. Demand will not change, so it's not price sensitive. Okay, next. This is quite interesting. Let's try to understand it. What is this happening here? What is it? shared cost effect. What is it? Shared cost effect. अब देखो shared cost effect means where the cost is shared by someone. So like, I travel a lot. I travel a lot. For what reason? For my office purpose. Okay. So where I'm working, if you are a chartered accountant, you must know as a CA, you must have to travel for audits and all, right? So for audit, or maybe if you're a manager or some other kind of thing. So the point is that maybe your job required travel. Okay. If you will see, when you travel, you get some business class tickets, flying tickets. You get such facility of flying and personal cabs and other accommodations and all. You get such facilities. So the point is that what happened in this case is where the corporate is paying the money. In the ticket it is mentioned who is the customer, right? So I have seen many times, like in my tickets, it is always mentioned as a corporate, right? That it is corporate and corporate name is given, right? So the point is that in such cases, what will happen? The person or the buyer is not price sensitive. Okay, like Meena Verma, I am Meena Verma, and I want to travel where, for example, tomorrow or after 2 days, I want to travel somewhere in, for example, Bangalore. Okay. अब देखो, point is that whether the ticket price is 4,000 or 8,000 or 10,000 hardly matter for me. For me, it hardly matter. It is 4,000, 8,000, 10,000. It hardly matter. Why? Because I don't have to go on it, right? I'll buy the ticket and I'll claim it from the company. So the point is that or like most of the cases, they prepare all these things, right? So the point is that what happened here, the cost is borne by the corporate. Okay. So what is given shared cost effect means where your cost is borne by some other person, or half or more than half of the cost is borne by some other person. So what will happen in this case, the person who is buying the ticket, for example, if I'm buying the tickets and the cost is borne by my company, so what will happen? Shared cost effect. Shared matlab cost is shared by some other person. Meena Verma is very less price sensitive. I doesn't matter for me, it is 4,000, 8,000, 10,000, hardly matter. Why? I'm not price sensitive. For a reason, the cost is borne by or shared by some other matlab corporate. Okay. So this is a very good example here. Shared cost effect means if the cost of the product is shared by another party. So in my case, it is shared by my company where I'm working. Right. So the buyer, matlab Meena Verma, is not at all prone to price sensitivity. I'm not price sensitive at all in such cases. Okay. So like one reason, airline, hotels, and rental car companies can all price discrimination against business travel because most of them are not paying their own way. So these aircraft, accommodation, car, they charge very high amount for business purpose, right? When they see, oh, it's a corporate. So they charge high amount for a reason because they know that it is not affecting the person, right? It is affecting the company. All right. Okay. So this is shared cost effect. Okay, next. Good example. This is also a very good example I've taken here. If you want, you can write these examples because these examples will help you to learn this topic later on, because I know in book examples are not given. All right. So if you will keep writing these examples, it will be very easy for you to remember them, right? Now the next topic is what? The next one is sunk cost. Now sunk cost is something which you have already incurred in past that will not affect your future decision. Okay. For example, I purchased a phone, and with the phone, I got a charger, right? Now, what happened after 2 years? Due to some reason, I lost it somewhere. I lost it. What will happen? So in this case, what? I already have a phone, right? Obviously, if I lost a charger, I will not buy a new phone. I will not buy a new phone. Right? If I lost a charger, I will not buy a new phone. I will buy a new charger, simple. But when I already have a phone and I just want to buy the charger, I will not be a price sensitive. I will not be a price sensitive. For that reason, you can see the company's charger or the earplugs, they are very high in price, right? Initially, I don't remember, not now, because these days the company are not providing the earplugs, but 10-year back, 5-year, 8-year back, the company was selling the chargers, earplug and everything. So, I mean, if you want to buy it later on, so the price was very high, right? Similarly, here the charger's price will be high and the customer is not price sensitive because he already incurred some cost in past, right? He already incurred the cost in phone, which is a sunk cost. So he will not be price sensitive for this. You can imagine if I lost my charger, I will not buy a new phone. I will definitely buy a charger, right? So in this case, the customer will not be a price sensitive, right? See, let's read what is written here. Price sensitivity is low in products which are used along with the assets previously bought. So the price sensitivity is low in a product which are used with the asset previously bought. Okay, this was a good example of sunk investment lost. Okay, next example. Next example. So the next one is what? Price quality effect. Price quality effect. What is it? Higher the perceived quality of the product, lower is the price sensitivity, right? So what will happen here? So here what is happening? Higher the quality, lower is the price sensitivity. है ना? अब see, everyone knows the name of Bikaner wala. I am from Delhi. I don't know if you people are from some other city of the country. So maybe you have not heard the name of Bikaner wala, but I'm from Delhi and Bikaner wala is very famous here in Delhi. Okay. So the point is that if I want to buy some sweets, you know, the, Raksha Bandhan is coming, right? So if I want to buy some sweets, what will happen? I have the option to buy it from any shop, but I always prefer to buy it from Bikaner wala. Why? Why you prefer to buy it from here, ma'am? Because their quality is best. Just because of the, you know, adulteration is possible in case of sweets and all. You know, chemical, people use chemical these days a lot. So better to buy it from the brand which you know that they provide the best quality product, right? So the point is that Bikaner wala in Delhi is famous for their quality. We know that they provide the quality product. So it doesn't matter if they charge high price or they charge the low price. It doesn't matter. People will buy the sweets. Okay. So the point is that higher the quality, people will be less price sensitive. So it doesn't matter Bikaner wala, sorry, I'm so sorry here. I don't know what I explained. Give me 1 minute. Point is that here doesn't matter they increase the price or they reduce the price of the product, people will still buy it. ठीक है, बीकानेर वाला मिठाई चाहे कितनी भी महंगी हो जाए, कितनी भी कम हो जाए, right? Doesn't matter what the price they are charging, people will buy it because of their quality. People know that their quality is best, no adulteration, very good quality, right? So doesn't matter what the price they are charging, people will be willing to pay for that. So this is a very good example of what price sensitivity. My laptop is hung, I think. Okay. So this is a very good example of price quality. Okay, next. Next is inventory effect. Now here what is mentioned? Here it is mentioned about the perishable inventory. Yeah? An organization can have two type of inventory, perishable and non-perishable. So if you will see ice cream, okay, fruits, vegetables. Point is that these are highly price sensitive. Sorry, these are highly perishable. They are all highly perishable in nature. So you will see the nature of your inventory. See what is written here. If it is not possible to store the inventory, they are less price sensitive. Okay. So ice cream, fruit, vegetable, it is not possible to store them for a long time period because they are highly perishable in nature. Okay. Now for such product, what will happen? Whether you increase the price or decrease the price, what will happen? People are not very price sensitive because see, I'm buying the ice cream. I know I cannot store the ice cream for long time period. It is perishable. I know I'm buying the fruits, I'm buying the vegetables from the market. I cannot store it for long time period. I cannot store it for 5 months, 10 months. So for that reason, what will happen if it is a perishable product, whether you increase the price or decrease the price, people have some capacity to buy it. It will not increase the demand of the product. If you increase the price or decrease the price, it will not change the demand of the product. So for that reason, we are saying it is less price sensitive. In case of ice cream, in case of fruit, and in case of vegetable, these are very good example for the consumer or a customer. We are a consumer or a customer. For us, fruits, vegetable, ice cream is not price sensitive. You increase the price, you decrease the price, doesn't matter the prices increase or decrease, people will still buying it. They will keep buying it. ठीक है, and the quantity which is required they will buy. ठीक है, तो मतलब ऐसा नहीं है prices decrease तो people will buy it more. No, it will not happen. That if the price will decrease, people will buy it more. If the price will increase, people will buy it less. No, it will never happen, right? So this will never happen. All right. Okay, so that's it. So here we have completed this. Let me take now that example. I told you that I'll take an example of this question. Okay, so this is what I have an example here, and let's solve this question. Okay, let's solve this question. What is the question here? Read the question. Read this example, all of you. I'll give you time, read it, and then we will discuss this. I hope the question is visible. Read it, we will discuss this question. So what is the question? Read it first. I'll give you time to take time, 2 minutes, and read it, and then we will discuss this. Okay, let's discuss this question. So what is written here? Aditya Heavy Engineering Limited produces its product A7. So what is happening here? The company is producing a product A7. Okay. To manufacture a unit of A7, variable cost is rupees 220 is the variable cost. Okay. The market research has indicated that the selling price of rupees 5,10,000 Okay, so if you will see what is written here, they have done a research on market. Okay, they have done a research on market, and this research have mentioned what? This research has indicated that at a selling price, what is happening? 5,10,000, no order. What I told you, that A is what? A is the price when there is no order. So A is the price when there is no order. A is what? Price when there is no order. All right. Okay. So this is given here. What? 5,10,000 is a selling price when there is no order. You can see. selling price of 5 when there is no order. Okay, next. So is the price, A is the price when there is no order. What next? B is the slope of demand curve. B ka matlab is what? Change in price upon change in quantity. Change in price upon change in quantity. This is B, right? Okay, let's see. Do we have such information? Change in price and change in quantity will give me B, right? Let's find it. So what is happening here? The demand for A7 will increase by 2 units if with every reduction of 5,000 in the unit selling price. So demand is changing 2 units when the price is changing by 5,000. You know, so when there is change in price is what? Rupees 5,000. So change in demand will be what? 2 units. Right? This will give you B. Acha. What else? To determine the unit selling price that maximize the profit. Ab dekho, you remember the formula? In case of maximization of profit, this condition, when you want to satisfy this condition, what do you have? The marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. What is your marginal cost? Variable cost. So your marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. What is it? 2,20,000. ठीक है. अच्छा, what else? We assume that the selling price per unit of A7 is P. We don't know the selling price per unit. We know the total sale, right? And the quantity demand is Q. Okay. So they are assuming that the price is P. This is what selling price per unit. And the quantity is the Q is the unit demand. Okay. What else we have here? The marginal cost of the product is this. Okay. And you have to find what price, I think selling price per unit, we have to find it here. Okay. Can you solve it? If I'll say, what do you have? You know that you have this formula, marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. And you have the pricing formula. P is equals to A plus B Q quantity minus 2BQ. Minus 2B. Can you solve it? Can I give you time to solve it? Do you want to try this question? Try it. Tell me the answer. Solve it and tell me the answer coming here. Yes, solve it and tell me the answer coming here. Yes, tell me what is the answer coming? Yes, tell me what will be the answer. I'm waiting. It is Achha, just give me 1 minute. I think there is some problem. It will be this A minus BQ, not 2BQ. This will be the formula. A minus BQ. All right. Okay, let me help you. Let me help to solve this. Okay. Now, if you will see here, B is given. Huh? We have just considered that B is this, right? B is given. Okay. Now, I told you A is also given because I told you A ka matlab the selling price when the demand is zero. है ना? A is what? The sale price when there is no order. The demand or the order is zero. So this is your A. A is what? Okay. This is your A. And you know that when the profit will be maximum when marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost, right? When marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost, then the profit will be maximum. Okay. So just remember some point as you have learned here. Okay. Remember these points. What are these points? Marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost if the profit is maximum. Okay. If in the question it is mentioned that profit is maximum. Right? So if the profit is maximum, see, profit is maximum, marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost. Okay. And the second point, you have to remember that the price is equals to A minus BQ, where A is what? When the demand is zero, price at which the demand is zero. B is what? Change in price upon change in quantity. So we know A is what here in this case, when the demand is 0, 5,10,000. B is what? Change in price upon change in quantity. So 5,000 divided by 2. Okay, A and B. Okay, and Q. Okay, price. Okay, now let's try to solve it. Now, you know price is what here? Or the revenue will be what? A minus B Q. A is what here? This 5,10,000. Minus B is what? 5,000 divided by 2 and into Q, right? So this will be the price, the sale price at which you can sell the product in the market, or the marginal revenue. This is the complete revenue of the company, right? Achha, give me 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 minute. So what will happen? Achha. You have to remember actually 3 things here. Okay, the price, when you want to find the price of the product, this will be the formula, right? When you want to find out the marginal revenue, the marginal revenue formula, what is the marginal revenue? This will be the formula for marginal revenue. This will be the formula for marginal revenue. So you have to remember 3 things here. Let me revise it quickly again. So you have to remember that marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost when the demand is, when the profit is maximum. And in some such cases, the price of the product will be the price where the profit is maximum will be this. This will be the price. And the marginal revenue at this point will be this. Right? Now, the point is that marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost when the profit is maximum. It is given here that the marginal cost is this. So this marginal cost will be equal to marginal revenue when the profit is maximum. When you maximize the profit, when the profit is maximum, you will keep the marginal revenue equal to marginal cost. Okay, this is the formula for finding the price, and for finding the marginal revenue, we need a formula. What? We need a formula. Marginal revenue ka formula is what? A minus 2B. This is the formula for finding the marginal revenue, not the price. Okay, A is what here? 5,10,000. This is A, right? Minus 2. B is what? 5,000 divided by 2. This is B. And the Q is what? We don't know. Okay. So cancel 2 and 2. right? And this will be equal to marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. I can equate it equal to 2,20,000. Okay, which will be equal to 5,10,000 minus 5,000 into Q. All right. Now use it, solve it. Use this equation and solve it. What will happen? 5,000 Q is equals to 5,10,000 minus 220, right? And Q is equals to 5,10,000 minus 220 divided by 5,000. Solve it and tell me how many units it is coming here. Then we will find the price. Solve it. $58 units. So it is coming as 58 units. Right now, these 58 unit you can use to find the price. You can use it to find the price. If they are asking you to find the price, what is the formula? A minus BQ. Use it to find the price also if you want to find the price here. So A is what? Your rupees 510. 510 minus B is what? 5,000 divided by 2 into 58. Solve it. You will get the price, right, at which the profit will be maximum for the company. I'm so sorry. So this is the price at which the profit of the company will be maximum. Solve it and tell me what is it coming. This will give you the price at which the profit of the company is coming maximum. So this is coming as $3,65,000. Right, 3,65,000 is coming here, right? This will be the price at which the profit will be maximum. You can see this will be the selling price at which the company will have the maximum profit. All right, okay, we can take some more questions on this. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me take some question on this if I can find some questions. Give me 1 minute. Is there any doubt? Do you have any doubt here? If you have doubt, please ask your doubt. Give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to find some more questions so that we can practice more. Okay, so if you want, we can take this question. This is the same question. Okay, if you want, we can take this question. Read this question. Read it. Okay, so what is the question? PPL is selling special jackfruit cookies for diabetic patient at a selling price of rupees $100 per cookies packet per packets. Okay. Now what is happening? The company will sell 20,000 units per annum. How many quantity? 20,000 units per annum. Now, what is happening? The market research of PPL has observed that people are not very health conscious. The company have observed this. They don't know the benefit of jackfruit. You know, jackfruit is very good for health, right? Especially for the diabetic people, it is very good, right? And yes, it's good for everyone. So, but people don't know about it. People are not very health conscious. Okay, and that for every rupees 2 change in the selling price of the cookies, the demand changes rupees 2,000. So B is what here it is given, the change in price upon change in quantity. So rupees 2 is the change in price with the change in quantity is what? 2,000. Okay. The cost comprise of fixed cost of rupees 5,000 together with the variable cost of this. So what is the variable cost of the company? What is the variable cost? So the variable cost of the company is what? 5 rupees 5 per packet. This is the variable cost per packet. Now, what is the question? Calculate the selling price per packet of cookies that will result in maximizing the profit per annum and the amount of the profit. See, what they are asking? Find the selling price when the profit is maximum. You know, the selling price at which the profit will be maximum will be a condition when the marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost. When the marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost, then only the profit will be maximum, right? The profit will be maximum when marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. All right. And what will be the price here? So what will be, so we know, we actually, if you will see, we have three formula here, if you remember. First, marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. Second, price will be equals to A minus BQ. And the third one was marginal revenue. Matlab here you will find the marginal revenue. So marginal revenue should be equal to A minus 2BQ. So we have these three formula. Okay. Ab dekho, if you will see in the question, they're asking you to find this price. Okay. They're asking you to find this price. Okay. And they have already given, this is a case of maximization of profit. So marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. Okay. Now the point is that you have to use it and you have to tell them what will be the price when you want to keep the profit maximum. When you want to keep the profit maximum, this should be the condition, right? These conditions should be satisfied, these three conditions. And you have to find this price here. Ab dekho, C, do you have these information? B is given. Then check Q is given or not. Then check A is given or not. If it is not given, find it and then solve it. All right. Try to solve it. I'll give you time. Read it. take 5 minutes, 4-5 minutes, read it, and then we will solve it. Read the question. Try to solve it, and then we will discuss. Read it, try to understand it, and then we will discuss this. And if you have doubt, please write in comment. I'll read and I'll answer. If you have any doubt, please read your doubt in comment. Write your doubt in comment. If you have any. Yes, try to solve it. Then we will discuss. Okay. Yes, try to do this. Okay, so yes. Okay, I'm solving it now. If you will see the question, selling price is given, what? 10. And you know selling price is equals to A minus B cube. So A we don't know actually. A is what? When the demand is 0. A is when the demand is 0. Okay. We don't know A, right? Okay, B we know. B is what? B is equals to change in price upon change in quantity. 2 is the price change. Change in quantity is 2000. Okay, if you will divide, you will get B. Q is what? Q is given here 20,000. Put it here. A is what? We don't know. B is what? 2 upon 2000. Right? And Q is what? 20,000. Solve it. Check it. What is it coming? Yes. Price is what? Is it 10 or 100? 100. Yes. Solve it and tell me what is it coming. Yes. So this will be 100 is equals to A minus 20. So A will be what? A ki value is coming as, you can see what? A is equals to 100 plus 20. So you can see we have calculated A ki value is what? A ki value is coming as, I'm writing it here because we will use it, 120. A is coming as 120. A ki value is coming as 120. So this is a relationship. If there is some quantity, if the price is changing, the quantity is changing, and at that condition, the selling price of the product is mentioned. Okay. So with that, we have calculated the value of A. But now the question is what? Find the selling price when marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. This is a condition when the profit is maximum. So they're asking you find the selling price. This is the selling price, general selling price, when you have some specific demand, and when you have some specific demand, this is the selling price. But now they are asking you what is the selling price when the marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. Matlab the profit is maximum here. Obviously the demand will change here, right? You have to find it here. Now what, ma'am? So now you have to assume a condition. So here we actually need two things here. For solving the entire question, I need two things. I need A, I have A. I need B, I have B. A and B is known to me. Now what I know, that marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. I know this. I need this. And I also have the knowledge that marginal revenue is equals to A minus 2BQ. I know this. I have the knowledge about it. Okay. So, अब use it. You know what is the marginal cost here? Marginal cost, variable cost is ₹5. For how many units, we don't know, but it is ₹5. Okay. And yes, this will be equal to marginal revenue. So 5 into Q is equals to A, 120 minus 2. B is what? 2 by 200, 2000. And Q, we don't know. Solve it. You will get the answer. Right? You will get Q unit. Oh, my screen is freeze. I'm so sorry. I'll be repeating it again. My screen was freeze. I'll be repeating it. Ab dekho. See, actually, now you know what happened. I was waiting for you for so long that you will reply. Okay. So many comments. Now it is coming. Ma'am, if we do cellular manufacturing, we need. Okay. So when we do the cellular, okay, there are some questions in comment. Achha, give me 1 minute. Let me reply the questions first, then I'll take the question. Okay. So Namita is asking ki if we use cellular manufacturing, do we need to place one person in one group or one cell? Dear, when we placed in cellular manufacturing, when we make a group, right? Just give me 1 minute. Let me try to explain you this. Okay, I'll come back to this question. Okay. So the question is what? Or shall I finish this question first, then I should take you out? Namita, just wait, Let me finish this question because we have already done half of the question. Let me finish this question. I'll come back to your doubt after that. Okay. Okay. Now, what is happening here? Can you just solve it and tell me the value coming here? Okay. So if you will see here, your marginal revenue is given, marginal cost is given. Okay, marginal revenue. This is for if I assume 1 unit. Okay. And here also they have assumed this marginal revenue for 1 unit. Let me finish this question, then I'll take your doubt. This is marginal revenue, but this is for 1 unit. Why, ma'am, 1 unit? Because 100 rupees was for 1 unit. So you have calculated rupees 120, this price. This is the price when the demand is 0, but this is the price for 1 unit. So actually, if you will see, the information which we filled here is for 1 unit. Okay, so I'll just make the comparison. 5 is equals to 120 minus 2 into 2 divided by 2000 into Q. Solve it. Let me finish this question. This is almost complete. I'll take your doubt after this. Two divided by 1000, Q is equals to 120 minus 5. So this is coming as what? Q is equals to 115 into 1000. Okay. What is it coming? So this is coming as this value. I hope it is coming correct. Okay, give me 1 minute, huh? There is some mistake here or what? Okay, so this value, if I solve it, it is coming as what? 0 point, give me 1 minute, huh? Right, this is coming here. Okay, now let's solve it. Sorry. Now it is coming correct. Calculation mistake. That was calculation mistake. So in this way, you can find the units. If you have doubt, please ask your doubt. I'll take your doubt right now after this. So this is coming correct. Now from here, you can find the price. Now from here, you can find the price. What is the formula for price? Formula for price is this. Price is equals to what? A minus B Q, right? You know A is what? 120. You know B is what? 2 by 2000. So 120 minus 2 by 2000. Okay. Into Q is what? 5 is 7, 5 100. Put it here, find the answer. Find the P. The price at which you will sell the product to get the maximum profit. So what will be this? After this, I'll take that out. Huh? Okay. So 2 divided by 2000 was 0.001. Okay. 57500 into 0.001. This plus minus it from 120. 62.5. So rupees 62.5 per unit price will give the maximum profit to the company. This will give, if you will keep the price this will give the maximum profit to the company. Yeah. All right. Because in the question they're asking you at what price you will sell the goods to get the maximum profit. Right? Okay. Now the point is that if they will ask you to calculate the contribution, you know contribution is what? Selling price minus variable cost. So 62.5 is the selling price, 5 is the variable cost, right? This will give you contribution per unit, multiply it with the total number of unit to get the total contribution. If you will multiply it with the total unit, you will get the total contribution. So in this way, they have calculated it, right? See, what is the question? Find the selling price per packet, per unit. That means when the profit, that will give the maximum profit to the company. and calculate the profit also, right? So the point is that if you increase the price, demand will decrease. You can see here, when the price was high, 100 rupees, demand was just 20,000. But when you decrease the price to 62, the demand has increased to how many units? You can see the demand has increased to 57,500 units. You know? So when the price is high, demand is less. When you have decreased the price to 62.5, the demand has increased to 57,500. All right. Okay. So this is happening, right? Now, what are your doubts? Let me see your doubts. Give me 1 minute. I hope this question is clear. If you have doubt, please ask me. If you have any doubt here, please ask me. I'm taking your question from I'm taking your question, right? Give me 1 minute. Okay. So there is question about cellular manufacturing. Wait. Janvi, correct, right? Okay. Now the question of Namita is that for cellular manufacturing, we need to place separate group of machine for each labor as labor one handle one group. Yes, this happened. If worker continue to focus on finding the non-valuated activity, then how they will work with complete focus? Okay. Ma'am, if we produce product one by one, ma'am, okay, I think you have not taken the class from the beginning. Ma'am, full processing system, then customer. Okay, one by one. Okay, so many questions you ask here. Let me answer your questions one by one. Okay, so this is complete, dear. Your chapter is complete. I hope there is no doubt. You can see here, it is all so clear. Just remember 2-3 points. When the profit will be maximum, marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost, right? And the formula of the price and the formula of marginal revenue. In next session, I'll take one more question on it. Okay, for your revision. Okay, now let me take the doubt which this girl is asking. See, Namita, this is something I've already covered in the session, but let me cover it again. So this is how we produce the goods in cellular manufacturing. We put the raw material here. The raw material will pass through this belt. This belt will be a moving belt, right? And here you will get the final goods. Now the point is that when you produce the goods in this way, it already removes so many wastage, like unnecessary motion of the employee is removed. Employee is not moving. Employee is working here, right? Okay, employee is working here. Their place is fixed. They are not moving. Machine is fixed here, right? Machine, they don't have to move themselves from one machine to another. It is all grouping of machine. It is possible that in one working cell, only one person will work. No, not necessary. Sometime in one working cell, more than one person can work if it is required for the process. Like, abhi product reach here, और अभी आपको क्या लगाने हैं? चारों तरफ tires लगाने हैं कार में. कार बन रही है, you're producing a car, and on all the sides you need what? You need 4 people to fix the tire at same time. So what will happen? You will place one working cell here also, and 2 person are sitting here, and 2 person are here, and 2 person are fitting the tire from here, and 2 person are fitting the tire from here. So ऐसा भी होता है. Sometimes it is not necessary that the working cell are placed only on one side. Okay, so if you will see, working cell can be placed on both the side also, like in automobile company, क्योंकि दोनों तरफ से चीजें लग रही होती हैं, seats दोनों तरफ से, right? Tires दोनों तरफ से, machines के कुछ part दोनों तरफ से लग रहे होते, तो maybe possible that they have the working cell on both the side. So maybe they have placed here one person, they have placed here, right? One person they have placed here, but here, for example, tire fitting के लिए we need 2 person on this side and 2 person on this side. Okay, so how they are designing the process, that depend what product they are producing. But this is also possible that they have fixed the working cell on both the side, ताकि दोनों तरफ से machine में fitting करते जाएं. Point is that their aim is that avoid the motion of the employee. एम्प्लॉय को घूमने नहीं देना है, ठीक है। देखो, आई एम द ओनर, इफ आई विल बी द ओनर, आई विल keep watch, I will be a micromanager and I'll keep watching my employee that they are working properly, they're not wasting their time. अब you ask one more question, अगर वो लोग नॉन वैल्यूएटेड एक्टिविटी फाइंड करने में टाइम करेंगे तो फिर काम कब करेंगे, राइट? शी आस्क अ क्वेश्चन, if these people will be focused on just finding the non valuated activity, then when do they will work? So the point is that it happens simultaneously. Point is that here employees watching each and every product through their eyes, so it is possible for them to find the waste immediately. When I work one by one, देखो जब आप पढ़ते हो एक करके फोकस करोगे, you can find the mistake. If I'm a teacher and I'm checking one by one, easy for me to identify the mistake. देखो, non valuated activity का मतलब है find the mistake. Think like a teacher, think like an auditor. So you will become a chartered accountant. When you do the auditing, you will work one by one. You will not do 2-3 work all together. No, we don't work it in this way, है ना? We do one by one. So when we do one by one, for us it is easy to find the waste. It is easy for us to find the non-valuated activity. So keep it in mind, non-valuated activity का मतलब है waste find करना, mistakes find करना, right? So as a teacher, I find the mistakes of the student, है ना? As an auditor, you will find the mistake of the clients, right? So the point is that you can find the mistakes, non-valuated activity, when you're working properly, when your process is organized, when your work is organized, right? So it is very easy for you to find the non-valuated activity in such cases. What else? Price customization and price differentiation. Okay, give me 1 minute, I'll be explaining. So what is the difference between the price discrimination and price customization? Okay, price discrimination, ठीक है, and price customization. देखो कस्टमाइजेशन का मतलब है कि सब लोग सब पैसे नहीं दे सकते हैं, सबकी सेम नहीं होती कैपेसिटी. नॉट एवरीवन हैव द सेम कैपेसिटी टू पे द मनी, है ना? So some people they have good salary, right? Some people have a salary of 2.50 lakh, 2,50,000 salary. Some people have 3 lakh salary. I have a friend who has 6 lakh salary per month, right? These are the salary of a month, right? Not annual salary. So some people have this salary, and there are some people, those who have just 50,000 salary, or 30-40,000 salary. Point is that they will buy the product according to their paying capacity, है ना? Different people according to their income, they have different paying capacity. So for that reason, for the different type of people, the company produces their product differently, right? Now what will happen? For example, let's talk about the phone. So you can see you can buy, if you want a smartphone, you can buy it for 5,000 also. You can buy a smartphone for 15,000 also. You can buy a smartphone for 20,000 also. You can buy it for 30,000, 50,000, 80,000. Depends your paying capacity. Alright, तो customization का मतलब क्या है? What is the difference between these phone? Customization मतलब according to the requirement you are customizing, ना? कहते नहीं है ये customized product है. Customize का मतलब what is the requirement of the customer? Accordingly you have made the product, है ना? अब if the customer is paying less, obviously less feature, less facilities in the product. If the customer is paying more features, more facilities. Okay, let me tell you one very interesting thing. It just came in my mind. So me and my friend, we were just comparing our phone. I have Android phone. I'm not very fond of using iPhones. Okay. So me and my friend, so Meena Verma is me, and Anagha is one of my friend. We were just comparing our phones. Okay. So we have a facility of time tracking. Matlab, generally we work from home. In most of the cases, hybrid model, but most of the cases work from home. So what happened? Our phone, we have asset from the company. We have the phone from the company. We have the laptop from the company. So the phone keep tracing us. Okay. So my Android phone, I can see when I log in, okay, just give me 1 minute. When I log into my phone, what happened? Immediately when I log in, it traces me, my location. Okay. And for the entire day, it keep tracing me where I'm moving. See, there is an aim for the company. I'm working from home. Obviously, they want to keep that I'm working from home and I'm not moving around, right? So this is the reason. But the point is that I have Android phone. Okay. And this Android allow the software, whatever the software, I am not allowed to disclose the software, so I'm not disclosing the software. So I have Android phone. Give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. So I have Android phone, and my Android phone allow them, their software, XYZ software, to trace my location from the time 10 o'clock when I log in the morning to 7 p.m. evening, up to this time period, log in and log out. These are my login and log out time, right? So when I log in, it traces Dwarka and my address, right? For example, today is my working day. So when I move wherever I'll go for my class and whatever I'll do, it keep on tracing my location. Wherever I'll move, keep within 15 minutes, every half an hour, it keep on tracing. At the end, when I log out, I will get a list of the places I visited, right? So in every 30 minutes, it is tracing my location. Okay. So what is happening? Android phone. Okay. Now see iPhone. My friend has iPhone. So what happened when she log in? It just trace her location of login. It just trace her location of log out. iPhone doesn't allow any software to locate to find her location for entire day. It never allow. This is a feature in her phone. I don't have such feature in my Android. Now I'm thinking of changing my phone, right? So iPhone never allow them. This is the company's policy. We cannot keep our internet off, right? So the point is that you can see this is a facility she is getting from iPhone. My phone is just around 25K, right? Her phone is around 80,000, I think. So the point is that you can see she's paying more. She's getting more facility from the phone. I'm paying less. I'm getting less facility from the phone. So the point is that I just want to explain you, this is customization. According to the requirement, you are designing the phone according to the requirement of the customer. They are designing the phone. This is what customization. Sometimes you have seen a customized shirt, customized t-shirt, customized clothes, Customized means according to the requirement of the customer. Acha, discrimination matlab for the same product you are charging differently. मतलब product is same, but देखो, product is same, but morning you are charging different amount, evening you are charging different amount. Like, for example, let me give you rooms in hotel. So 5-star hotel, let me give you an example. So you will see during Saturday and Sunday, check the room availability. First, you will not get it on time. Second, the prices of the rooms will be very high. The price of the rooms will be very high during Saturday and Sunday, or during the peak hour. Matlab the time when the people visit a lot at any specific region, during those time period, the price of the hotel room will be very high. And during the off season, the price of the same hotel room will be very less. My point is that this is price discrimination. Maybe due to time, due to day, due to some reason, for the same product or the same services, you are charging differently. अब उनको ये नहीं बोल सकते कि जब मैं पहले आया था तब इतना कम क्यों, अभी इतना ज्यादा क्यों. You can't say that, right? You can't say that why in March month you charge me only 3,000, 3,500, and now why are you charging 6,000 or 7,000? Point is that they have right to do the price discrimination. For the same product, they are charging differently. And in case of customization, according to the requirement of the customer, you are designing your product. So this is the difference. I hope it is clear. Is there any other doubt? Is it clear, Janvi? Please write in comment. Namita, your doubt is clear. Price discrimination, customization is clear. Janvi, just keep it in mind. Customization, matlab, according to paying capacity of the customer, we have designed the product. If the customer is ready to pay more, we will give them more facility. Like my friend's phone, 80,000. She has facility. My company is not able to trace her location during entire day. I have paid 25,000 for my phone, and for entire day, my company is tracing my location. Wherever I'm moving, they know, right? So this is what the difference between, if your paying capacity is more, the company will give you more features. If the paying capacity is less, the company will pay less features. This is customization. According to requirement, we are providing the facility to the customer in the product or services. This is customization. And discrimination, but the product is same. No change in feature, no change in services. It is same. Everything is same. The product or services is same, but due to time, due to demographic location, due to that, you are charging differently. For old, you are charging less. For young, you are charging more, right? From girls or women, you are charging less. From the male, you are charging more. Maybe any such way. You are creating discrimination, right? So that will come under price discrimination. All right. Okay. Is there any other doubt? Namita, cellular manufacturing, you are asking very old doubt, huh? Factory, huge machines are placed which need dismantle to move. If we allow freedom to work, then why will choose? See, if we allow worker to give freedom to work, see, just like me, let me give you my own example. I work for an organization. They have given me full freedom, log in, log out, full flexibility. And yes, they trace my location, but no complaint, nothing. I mean, it's very good organization. But the point is that what is given here, they have given me full freedom. Okay. When we start our day, we just give them our plan of action, that what we will do for the entire day. That's it. No pressure, right? But we take it as a responsibility. Okay, that our employer impose no restriction on us. Our employer have give us full flexibility. So we find it the best organization. I found my organization as a best organization because we don't have any pressure from the seniors, right? We have all freedom entire day. Though, like, sometime I believe my working hour more than the time they have fixed, but I do it from my own free will, right? I work for my organization considering that it's not the organization of some other person, it is my own organization, right? So the point is that it gives me a sense of ownership. Okay, when my employer is giving me freedom to work, flexibility to work, it gives me sense of ownership. I don't work as an employee for them. I don't believe that I'm working as an employee. I believe that I'm working as an owner for them, right? Because they have given me that sense of ownership, right? So the point is that what is the aim of giving the freedom to the employee to work? Okay, in not giving them quota, not giving them target, not overloading them with the work. They never see. You can see in India, there are many good organizations, Google, many American companies, right? UK companies. You can see mostly the international US company, they have very good working culture, right? And you will see they never force their employee to work more than the working hours and never overload them with the works. Why? Because they believe if we overload them, what will happen? The mistakes will increase, the efficiency will reduce, right? So there is logic behind everything, and there is very good logic behind everything. Okay, there is very good logic behind everything. So though if you will see from an Indian mentality, I think you will not find it logical, but it is all very logical. See, the point is that the question which you are asking from, it is all from chapter 2. I think you are taking recorded session and now you're asking here the question, but that's okay. So, but the point is that it actually create a very good working culture, very good working environment. Because see, I'm a working person, right? I know the difference, right? If someone will become a micromanager and keep watching me every time what I'm working, right, it create unnecessary pressure, and I will not take interest to work, and I will plan to leave such organization. This is so mentality of human. And when I'll get no micromanager and I get freedom to work, flexibility to work, what will happen? I always want to work for such organization. I never want to leave such organization. If I know my organization is very good, my boss is very good, he never give me target, he allow me to allow freedom, right? If we produce one product one by one, yes, we produce in cellular manufacturing, we produce the goods one by one. We never produce the goods in batches, because when you produce the goods in batches, it is difficult to find the mistakes and defects. Namita, old doubts, huh? And these are the doubts from chapter 2 and 3. If we work pull system, then if customer come on store to purchase 100 unit of good, then so in pull processing system we take time. ठीक है, मतलब अगर if you received an order of 100 unit, you will say okay, we will give it by the evening, and you will arrange everything, you will produce the goods within those time period, and you will deliver it. मतलब immediately you will not deliver the product. So in pull processing system, you take some time to deliver the product, not immediately. Immediate production is not possible. Okay, with this, let me wind up the session. If you people have more doubt, I can take up in next session, right? Okay, so have a nice day to all of you. Bye, take care, all of you. Bye. And we are meeting tomorrow. So we have a session tomorrow morning, and we will cover pricing in next session. So let me show you what I'll cover in next session. These are the topic which I have planned to cover in next session. I'll take some numerical also. Perceived value, economical value, I will explain you in the next session. It is very important topic, right? And we will take some numericals questions. All right. Okay. So with this, let me wind up the session. Have a nice day, all of you. Take care. Bye.